Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a magic review. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and I have been a magician for over 40 years. I bring all of that experience every single day, Monday through Friday, as I open up the latest and greatest in magic tricks, and I tell you exactly what your money gets you. That's my job. That's what I want to do. I want to tell you exactly what you're purchasing so you can make wise decisions and only buy the magic that you're going to perform, right? No more magic in drawers. No more magic in the bin. Let's buy stuff that we love, all right? Today, I'm super excited because it's Craig Petty week, right? All this week, we've been looking at Craig Petty. And if you don't know who Craig is, he is a creator. And he is also a content creator. And he has his own YouTube channel. You should definitely go over and check it out. Make sure you like, sub, and follow to him as well. Because, you know, without Craig, we wouldn't have had any content this week. My channel would have been dark, right? We got to give props and credit to where credit is due. Today, looking at an older release, but one that I didn't have. I didn't have Chop, and I'll tell you why. I will tell you why. But this is Chop from Craig Petty and Penguin Magic. You can pick it up from them for about 40 bucks. And this is a Chop Cup routine. Now, the Chop Cup is, I mean, the best way to describe it is it's cups and balls with only one cup, okay? And usually in cups and balls, what you're finding is the balls appear and disappear from one cup, but then they go to another, right? They penetrate from top to bottom. They penetrate metal, or they're under each one, and then they all assemble and group under one cup. So when you only have one cup, what happens? Well, when you only have one cup, what happens is the ball appears and vanishes and goes nowhere. Like it just goes into the ether, or it goes into your pocket, or it goes into your hand, or you have the ball in your hand, it vanishes and goes under the cup. There's a whole bunch of different things you can do, and you can still end with classic tropes. So in the Chop Cup routine, you still could end by having, you know, a billiard ball appear under the Chop Cup, or a lemon, right? And what Craig has done is he's figured out a way to create a Chop Cup routine that you can take with you on the go. You could walk into a restaurant, walk into a bar, walk into a coffee shop, and do Chop, and literally you only have 1.5 things with you, but you certainly don't have a cup. And that's one of the things that keeps a beautiful trick like a Chop Cup routine out of so many people's walk around, because I'm not going to carry a Chop Cup around with me. It takes up too much real estate, right? When magicians walk out the door and they're putting the objects in their person, they're thinking about real estate. How much pocket space is this taking up? Am I wearing a jacket? Am I wearing an outer shirt? Is this something I could wear an ITR with? What could I put in my wallet? What could I put in my front pocket? Do I have some room for a couple coins? Am I really going to walk out the door with gaffs? Like you're making all these choices. And what Chop enables you to do is you just take your magic wand with you and your ball, and you just go out into the world and you find a cup. You could use a paper cup. And this is what's so deceptive, because even a magician who watches this, in their mind they would be thinking, oh, this is a Chop Cup. I know the gimmick. It's the cup. But in this trick, it's not. You could borrow a coffee cup. So walk up to the counter at Starbucks, borrow a paper coffee cup, and then do this trick. And it would appear to have all the same bells and whistles as your standard Chop Cup, which, by the way, those aren't cheap. Chop Cups aren't cheap. And now you can do it with a paper cup that's examinable, borrowed. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So you head on down to penguinmagic.com, you pay 40 bucks. What are you going to get? You're going to get this little yellow box. It's a hard shell magnetic lid, of course, and then inside you're going to get a Sharpie marker and then one small gimmick, okay? One small tiny gimmick. Now, in the routine, both in a standard Chop Cup routine and in this, you're using a magic wand, you know, to wave and do the magic, and then you're using a ball. So I've already said that the cup is a paper cup, which means you're not getting a cup in this, right? And I think that was the initial thing that kept me away from Chop. Granted, I knew there was hype. I knew people liked it. I casually watched the trailer. Didn't dial in too heavy to it because I was just thinking, oh, Craig's found a way to make a gimmicked paper cup. That's what I thought. And so I'm not even gonna look at this because I'm not gonna walk around with a cup. Like, I was still in that mode. So I stayed away from this project. And I fully expected a cup to show up in the mail that just looked like a paper cup. But it's not. So in a classic Chop cup routine, sometimes there's a little wooden wand and a metal cup and a little ball. Those are the props. And in this, Craig's using a Sharpie marker as his magic wand, and he's using a borrowed bill that's signed as his ball, which means it looks like from the outside these are all borrowed items, save the Sharpie marker, right? You're gonna take a bill from them, they're gonna sign it, you're gonna ball it up, and turn it into a ball, and that's gonna be the prop that you use. Okay? With a little bit of help from a gimmick, and a little bit of help from the pen. So in Craig's version, it's the pen that does all the work. The pen is what does the heavy lifting. And it's so unassuming because the pen can write. You're gonna hand the pen to the spectator. They're gonna write their name with it. Then you're gonna take the pen back and use it as your magic wand. And the pen does all the heavy lifting. In fact, I like this version more than the classic. It is very rare that a sequel is better than the original, right? But because this uses props that look like everyday items, I think this immediately elevates the trick. Am I doing positives right now? I must be. It immediately elevates the trick because when I come out with a wooden magic wand and a little crocheted ball and a metal cup, all of those things scream, I bought this at a magic shop. Something here is gimmicked, right? I think they just assume that in their head. But when you're using a borrowed Starbucks paper cup, their wadded up bill, and a Sharpie marker that they just used a second ago, you've broken any possibility that these are gimmicks. And yet you're using two gimmicks. 2 out of the 3 items are gimmicked. But they will never know that. So you could say inspectability. There's nothing to inspect. There's nothing to inspect. They will never suspect. At that point, they're either going to assume this is all sleight of hand, or they're going to assume you are magical, that you can literally do magic, because you're now going to be able to do a Chop cup routine with what appears to be normal, everyday borrowed items. And the beauty is, even if somebody had seen you do this before, and now they're going to watch you do it again, days later, weeks later, months later, you could be using a different cup now. How is it possible? It's not. Craig found a way. What's the overall quality and production value of the video? It's 2 hours long. Craig is standing in front of a blue curtain. He's standing with a table. As far as what he teaches you, there's a live uncut performance and then a quick studio performance. And then he gives you 2 more live performances, which is a mystery card performance, where there's a folded card in the cup. And he's gonna do this trick alongside his classic ambitious card trick. So he really makes this the ending to his ambitious card trick. There's a little unboxing. He's gonna teach you 11 sleights that you can use with this and then go forward and build any routine with. If you know your way around Chop Cup, you could take these 11 sleights, stop the video, and then start to create your own routines. That's what's great about this. A lot of it is gonna be steals, drops, loads, and transfers. They're all ways to make it look like a normal Chop Cup routine, but it completely isn't. Then he's going to talk to you about how to do his finale, which is signed bill to lemon. So he's going to bring out a lemon, he's going to walk you through the prep, and all of that takes you up to about the hour mark. And then he starts on the classic routine, which is multiple phase Chop Cup routine, where the ball appears, disappears, tactically drops into the spectator's hand, and then goes into a lemon. There's some bonus ideas about using different cups. how to do it with a card and not a bill. He'll teach you a transpo with a sponge ball, and he'll teach you a trick with a magnetic coin. Pocket space, I already covered that, but let's go over it again. You are gonna walk out the door with a Sharpie marker and your gimmick. And no, there's no setup in front of the spectator, okay? You don't have to take their bill and do some setup to make it work, okay? You're really just doing a switch, okay? You're just doing a simple switch, okay? And that's it, because you're gonna borrow the cup. You're going someplace where you're thinking, I might have a cup. Like, even if you walked into a diner and they had porcelain coffee cups, you could use that. You could use a porcelain coffee cup. Obviously, let's do it before you get your coffee. Maybe, like say, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you bring my cup out, but with no coffee in it? And then I'll ask for some coffee later, because then it might backfire. They might bring you the coffee, in the cup. But yeah, there is that. Angles wise, everything is easily palmable, right? Because you're going to be doing the standard chop cup moves. And with those little crocheted balls, you understand, right? They're easily palmable. The crumpled up bill, again, easily palmable, right? Yes, you could flash. Of course you could flash. Flashing is just covered by practice, right? You should practice your tricks. You should always practice your tricks, no matter how simple or how easy or how self-working the ad copy says it is. That does not give you the permission to learn it from a video and then go immediately out and perform it. You should always practice your tricks. Never think to yourself, oh, I watched it once on video, I got this, and then you put yourself in front of a spectator without rehearsing it first. You should always practice your tricks. Can it be inspected? Yes, everything's examinable, right? This would fool a magician, because you could literally write with a pen, borrow up their bill, use any paper cup, and perform this trick. And you just destroyed everything that a classic magician would be thinking of that a normal chop cup routine uses, right? So they're going to immediately jump to, well, he's using sleight of hand, but there are not any ways that this could be sleight of hand solely, and you'll prove that several times. There's one beautiful moment where the cup is empty. You're holding it upside down. They have nothing on their hand, and all you do is place the cup on their hand, and you say, you're going to feel the ball drop into your hand, and they do. While the cup's there, your hand's above. They're going to feel the ball drop into their hand. You lift it up, and there the ball is. There's no other explanation for that. None. And you can't do that with a standard chop cup. You can't. It's so, yeah, awesome. Positives. This whole video was a positive, right? What, you want me to say some more positive things? It's great. If you don't own a chop cup routine now, this is the affordable one that you should get. If you're saving up your money for a nice, one for stage, okay, maybe, I guess, but yeah, this is the one you should get. And if you do walk around, this is a great way to bring what is normally a parlor trick out of the realm of parlor and into the realm of walk around. This completely elevates this classic trick. It's absolutely wonderful. Negatives. Let's talk about the negatives. The only negative I can see is that the pen is a consumable, right? You write with it, but one day, eventually, the ink will run out, and then you'll have no ink in it. And then you'll say to yourself, well, now what do I do? Do I spend 40 bucks and buy another one? Hey, if you loved it and you got enough use out of it, then absolutely, right? If you get 1,000 performances, out of one purchase, let's keep that ball rolling. But the other option is, all you have to do is do a pen switch. Then it just means you're walking out the door with 2 pens instead of 1. They sign the bill with a standard pen, and while you're doing something else or distracting them, you're doing the thing with this and that, you just switch the pen out. Where do you learn a pen switch? I mean, there's tons of different avenues. There's so many different pen switches out there. It's ridiculous. But I'm sure if you've been doing chop for a while, you could probably figure out in the normal course of your routine where you could pause for just a second and switch a pen out. It's not going to be hard at all. So is it worth your money? 40 bucks? Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Because it's such a good trick. This is one of his best. This project is awesome. So versatile, so magic looking. Great reactions. And like I said, it elevates this trick. It does. It elevates this trick. Only available at penguinmagic.com. Thanks to them. Thanks to Craig. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, did you know there are over 300 videos and reviews that you've never even seen here at Magic Orthodoxy? It's true. And if you join the membership section today, you'll get unlimited access to that exclusive content. What are those videos? These would be the magic tricks that I buy with my own money. These are the tricks that I want, the tricks I am the most excited about. All you have to do is click the join button on your screen. And there are 2 exciting ways to join. For $2, you'll get access to 8 extra videos a month, 8 brand new videos a month. And for $5 a month, you'll get access to 12 new videos a month. Not to mention, you'll also be part of an exclusive community of almost 500 other magicians. And if you can't find the join button, I will put a link in the description of today's video. Thanks guys, bye.